Welcome back. In this lecture, we'll learn how to format strings. Strings can be formatted by using format function. When we do not have control over the input provided by the user or values returned from the database, etc., that's when we can use the curly brackets as a placeholder within the format function. And we'll cover the following topics: how to use curly brackets as a placeholder inside a format function. Multiple values can be used by adding more placeholders in format function. How to use the index numbers, how to format the value with a specific data type, and how to use named indexes. Now let's see the demo. Go to our IDE and our project practice, new Python file, and let's name it string formatting demo. Let's add the comment string formatting demo. Now let's see how to use curly brackets. By using the input function, we can ask the user to enter the values. So now for the input function, let's give enter name, and let's store the value that is entered in a variable string input. So here we are using curly brackets because we don't know the value that will be entered by the user. So now let's try to print string input dot format of name. So here the curly brackets will be replaced by the name that is entered by the user. So my name is curly brackets will be replaced by the name variable. So now let's save it and right click, run string formatting demo. So enter name Bob. So now we can see my name is Bob. So that is the curly brackets here is replaced by the value that we entered in the console, that is Bob. So now we can see my name is Bob. So that's when we can use the formatting by using the curly brackets. Now let's see how to use multiple values. Let's create a string variable name Joe and an integer variable age and a floating point variable height and boolean variable married is true and another one house price 500k. Now let's create a variable person, and by using the curly brackets we can actually use multiple values. Name is Joe is 45 years old, height is 5'9", and marital status is married. So let's try to print person dot format of name comma age comma height comma married. So here each curly brackets will be replaced by the variables name, age, height and married. So name is Joe is 45 years old, height is 5'9", and marital status is true. So now let's run it. Enter name Bob, that is for the old example. Now Joe is 45 years old, height is 5'9", and marital status is true. So that is how we can pass multiple values to the format function. So now let's try to print this so we can see in the console as well. Now let's see how to use the index numbers. So let me create another variable person1, and we can use the index numbers 0, 1, 2 and 3 and pass the, so in this case it is person 1. So call the format function and pass the attributes name, age, height and married. So in this case index 0 will be replaced by name, 1 will be replaced by age, curly brackets 2 will be replaced by height and 3 will be replaced by married. So that is how we can use the index numbers inside a format function. Okay, so by using the index numbers also we can print the attributes using the format function. Now let's see how to format the value with specific data type. So let's take house price and the home value is, let's say we wanted to display in :.2f in the float value, and let's try to print house value, that is the house value dot format of the house price. So here we are converting the house price to a specific data type, that is float. So now let's try to copy this and print in the console by using the print function. Now let's run it. So enter name Bob. So if you see here, we converted this house price to floating point variable $500K.00. Now let's see how to use named index. Let's take the same thing, person, and here we can actually give the index numbers and also we can give the named index as well. Name is age and height, marital status married. Now let's try to print person dot format of name equal to Jim, age equal to 50, height equal to 5'6", married equal to true, or let's give false in this case. So named indexes can be used by placing a name inside a curly bracket, and the same name has to be used when passing the parameter values. So here we are using the same names, same attributes, age, height and married. So now pass this comment, so you can see in the console and run it. So now we can see Jim is 50 years old, height is 5'6", and marital status is false. So we can use empty curly brackets or index or named index. So that's how we can use the format function to format different strings. In the next lecture, we'll learn file handling.